You ever watched a single mom flip 150 into a side hustle that not only feeds her kids, but pays her rent? Or have you ever been playing 2K with a homie and he's breaking down a whole business plan that will be very successful in everyday America? But those ideas, they stay really small. And it's not because they're bad ideas. The real reason is because we don't have the same tools. We don't have those same investors backing us. We don't even have business mentors pulling us aside and helping us out. All we have is the grind. That's it. The grind is just step one. It's so much more to this equation. Let me break down why. We don't have any capital, no mentorship, and no financial education. Try walking into a bank with no cosigner and no credit history and tell them that you got a good business idea. The bank's gonna look at you like you asked for a loan to rob the place. Meanwhile, a kid in Silicon Valley just got a $3 million loan off of a pitch deck that he has. Your cousin, he has the coldest shoe cleaning business in the city, and he can't even get $1,500 to put towards a van to advance his business. That's the difference. Let's take it back a few notches. Most of us didn't grow up talking about LLCs or credit history at the dinner table. Hell, if we're being honest, most of us never even ate at the dinner table. A lot of us talked about how to stay safe, how to make it to 21, how to just get through high school. So in return, when it's time to actually build something real, majority of us are behind the curve. Nobody showed us how to structure a business or how to build credit or even how to protect our ideas. We had to figure it out the hard way. And that's even if we figured it out. I think everybody got a story about somebody that had so many hard times and got kicked while they were down so many times that they never recovered. So that's not laziness. Stop saying that. That's the lack of access. It's a huge difference. So watch what y'all are putting out into the atmosphere. There is some positive to this video. I know a dude that started cutting hair when we were younger, had no license, no anything, cutting hair on the front porch with a plastic chair, a busted mirror, clippers, and a dream. Today, he has his own shop, has 2 employees, and the line is always out the door. That's positive. I know another lady that started baking cakes out of her apartment with EBT. Yes, EBT. And now she has her own storefront with her logo on the awning outside, and she's making real money, a legitimate business. Think about what I'm saying. This is being done with no handouts, just hustle. These aren't fairy tales. These are 2 examples of people that I know personally with no handouts, no blueprint, just a grind and a hustle, and they got it done. Take Damon John, for example. Grew up in Queens, didn't go to a fancy school, didn't have money at all like that. The one important thing he did have, he had a vision. He wanted to build a clothing brand for us, by us. Y'all might know it as FUBU. So what do you think his mom did when she seen the passion? What she ended up doing was she took out a second mortgage just to help fund his business because she believed in her son. But ask yourself, why did she have to even do that? We all know why. The banks told him no. You want to know how many banks turned him down? 26. But that didn't stop him. That ended up being a $1 million brand. All because he had somebody in his corner that believed in him. So imagine where we would be if we had a lot of people that actually believed in our goals and our dreams. Now imagine how many other stories there are like this, but they didn't get told. Most likely they didn't have the knowledge, the support, or the funds to even get through the door. So here's my message to all my aspiring business and franchise owners out there. We got to separate our money. And what I mean by that is we need to open up a business account. No more money under the mattress. And to open up a business account, you need to open up a LLC. We got to actually make this official. And I'm not talking about open up an LLC just to post it on Facebook to get a bunch of likes. Like, we're going to actually put that LLC to use. Build your credit. That is important. That is one of the ways that they will try to weed whack you out the system every time. Even if you don't have any credit, start with a secured credit card. What you need to do is go to Capital One or go to another bank that offers this. You want to go in there, get a secured credit card. Once you get that secured credit card, you only want to spend 10% on that card every month. That would be gas, food, whatever you need to do. After that 10% is hit, put it to the side, don't spend it anymore. At the end of the month, pay it off in full. Not some, but the full amount. After 6 months, get you another credit card. At this point, you won't even need a secured credit card. As long as you keep doing it at that 10% and you pay it off each month on time, it has to be on time, your score will go through the roof. Thank me later. We need to start tracking everything. Keep your receipts. Know your numbers. They know their numbers, so you need to start learning your numbers. You need to know how to play the game. Speaking of game, find free game. There are so many online mentors like myself, and there's so many in your local city that will love to spread the knowledge just to you, but you have to get out there and get to it. Ultimately, nobody's going to do it for you. You have to do it for yourself. Closed mouths don't get fed. We got to stop waiting on other people to help us out. Nobody's going to save us. You're going to be waiting till you're 55 years old. So you might want to get to it today. Now that we're talking about shifting our mindset, let me dive in a little bit deeper. That hustler's mentality, I know that it's amazing and it gets you by, but we have to grow from that. What's the next step after the hustler's mentality? Eventually, we have to shift from survival to structure. At the end of the day, talent is only half the game. Probably only 25% of this. For real, you gotta stop treating your side hustles like a hobby. You gotta do this like you're trying to feed generations. This is so much more than just talking about money. It's about breaking cycles. It's about shifting families. It's about changing your last name from struggle to legacy. It's a difference. Listen, the system was never meant for us to thrive. But our ideas, our talent, and our hustle, that is uncharted territory. It's uncharted wealth. Innovators, creators, and inventors. The hood is full of them. We are every day solving real life problems with no resources. It's time to change that. And if nobody's going to believe in us, we got to start believing in ourselves. We got to start teaching each other the game. All my local business owners out there that is going to watch it, it's only going to be about 4 of y'all, but hey, start teaching the youth. Start pumping into the youth. There's so many untapped resources out there that we can be doing. We're not short on vision. We're short on investment. With the right community, the right tools, and the right resources, we don't just survive, we change everything. If you like this video, again, it's only going to be about 4 or 5 people that's going to watch it. Subscribe, share it to anybody that you know. Share it to that young, inspired person that's trying to get to the next level. All it takes is step-by-step progress to get to the next level. And I'm going to keep pumping out these videos. I don't care how many people are watching. At the end of the day, it's going to get to somebody. And that's all that matters to me.